Hello guys, in this class let's now talk about our change of set of formula, and this is our lesson 2. Last class it was change of set of formula, but it was us introducing ourselves on how to solve simple equations. Now let's now go to lesson 2. Change of set of formula is very simple. What does change of set of formula mean? Changing the subject of formula means solving the formula to make one variable the subject written in terms of other variable. When we have multiple variables and we have to make one the subject written in terms of other variables. Are you seeing that? It's just very simple concept. And the best way to do it is that I'm going to be solving and you're going to be looking at it and you'll be learning from it. We just employ all the different mathematical arithmetic that we know. Cross multiply, collect like terms, square roots, everything. Let's take question. We're given that 2y, I express x in terms of y and a. So we have to express x in terms of y and a. Expressing x means make x the formula. We said that when you're using one variable to show the formula in terms of other variables, so x here becomes the subject of a formula. How do we solve this? First, we have that 2y is equal to 3a plus x. To make x the formula, let's make x stand alone. How do we make that? And this 3a will move, so we can say x is equal to this 2y. If 3a crosses, then become minus 3a. So this is the answer. Very simple. We have expressed s in terms of y and of a. Did you understand? That's simply how to make x the subject of it. I'll come here. Quickly, let's move forward. Given that p is equal to 3q plus 5r2, express q in terms of p. Express q, that means make q the subject of a formula. How do we solve this? First, always this is like over 1. So first I'm supposed to cross multiply. So 2 times p, that become 2p is equal to 1 times anything become 1. So this is okay. Let's say 1 into 3q plus 5. So for me now this is the same thing as saying 2p is equal to 3q. Before 1 times 3q is 3q plus 1 times 5 is 5. Remember that we are making q the subject. So this now become 3q is equal to, move this 5 this way, that become 2p minus 5. So our q now, divide both side by 3, divide the m by 3. So divide the m by 3, divide the m by 3. So 3 will cancel q. Therefore q will now be equal to 2p minus 5 all over 3. Q is equal to 2p minus 5 all over 3. Very simple. Do you understand that? Did you say you understand that? If we're given if a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bx, find x in terms of a, b, and c. That means make x the subject of formula. So which one have x? This one was the guy that have x. So first, this is the same thing as saying, how do we solve this? Let's write that color. This same thing as x a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bcx. Are you seeing that? So this time becomes move everything this way. This same thing as a square minus b square, because we have moved b square become minus, move c square become minus c square is equal to minus 2bcx. So what are we going to do? We're going to divide all through by minus 2. Minus 2bx, this divide both side by minus 2bc, divide here by minus 2bc. Are you seeing that? So minus 2bc becomes minus 2bc. So what becomes x? We can say x is equal to, can put minus here and say a square, because the minus for everybody, a square minus b square minus c square all over 2bc. So this becomes the answer. So the formula is just very straightforward. Employ everything you need to employ. You can pause it, and if you understand it now, you can pause it, solve it to check whether you are correct. When you are done, you play it to check whether we got the same answer. We're told the PV, this is PV. So we're told that PV, this is ideal gas equation, right? PV is equal to an express R in terms of, make R the formula. In terms of P. From here now, how do we make R the formula? This is now, but now it's very straightforward. Divisible side by what? By we can divide both sides by n and t. Divide here by n and t, so that if n cancel n, t cancel t, what we have is r. So we can say r is equal to kb all over n t. Do you understand my problem?
Hold on a bit very quickly. This class you're watching right now is just one out of a series of classes within the LearnLift app. And guess what? LearnLift is a mobile app, right, where you study intensively as well as extensively. So within the LearnLift app, you can see it very quickly. You have access to all your subjects there. You have your use of English, you have your mathematics, you have your physics, you have your chemistry, you have your biology, you have your JAMB 400. All of them, they are different subjects within the LearnLift app. And of course, you have different topics under every particular subject, and everything has been narrowed down to you, down to the curriculum, with their past questions and everything to the core. And don't forget that within the LearnLift app, you have access to your video lessons, where you can start going through your classes uninterrupted. You have access to your notes. Oh yes, your notes, well organized, well structured for you, and you are running through all of them. And of course, inside the notes are past questions for you. You have access to your past questions in CBT format, where you can go through all of them extensively well. All of it within the LearnLift app for you and more. And guess what? Very important. You want to download the LearnLift app, all you need to just do is head down to Play Store or your App Store and type LearnLift. That's all. Once you type LearnLift, of course, the app is going to pop up for you, and you're going to see the logo, and then you download the app, and then you follow up on your studies intensively. Before we proceed, let's get back to class. Flow with me.
Let's have another question. JAMB 2025. Make L the solid of formula in this equation. What formula is this? Is this total surface area or total surface area of what? Is it a cylinder? Is it a cone? Well, we're going to learn that. I'll try to make L solid of formula. So quickly, how do you solve this? This is now. So we are going to. We are making L solid of formula. So we are going to ensure this guy stand alone. So this is simply as saying pi r is equal to a. This one will move, that's minus pi r squared. So divide both side by pi r, divide here by pi r. So r cancel r, phi cancel pi. What do we have? L. So if I say L is equal to a minus pi r squared all over pi r. Very simple. Do you understand? That's a JAMB 25 question. So quickly again, we're still giving another question again. That's in JAMB 2025 number 6, but it was a different badge. Now we're giving the formula for finding the volume of a solid cylinder. V is equal to pi r squared. Find the r in terms of V and H. So what they mean is that V is equal to pi r squared H. So there's an H here. So the question says make R result. How do you make R result from formula? First, this is the same thing as divide both side by pi and H. Divide here by pi and H. So H cancel H, phi cancel pi. So we're going to have R squared is equal to V all over phi H. Now we are not done this R squared, so find the square root. So here we'll find your the square. So the square root to cancel the square. So we're going to have R is equal to square root of V all over phi H. So this becomes the answer. Very well, very simple. Change of the formula. JAMB 2013 question 10. Make R result of formulas in this. How do you make R result of formula? Make R result of formula. From here now, where is R? This is R. This is R. No, there is. From here now, where is R? This is R. That's the capital letter R. So how do we solve this? There are many ways we can do. First, we can remove this full guy here, or we can put this here and we cross multiply. Are you seeing that? So let's try to cross multiply so that this will come this will come this. So this now become H times 2G is equal to W square into R square minus R square. So For us to remove this, let's divide both sides by w square. W square divided here by w square. So w square will cancel this. So we're going to add h times 2g all over w square is equal to now have r square minus r square. So we can move this r square, but we want to make this to stand alone. That's why it's subject to the formula. So we're going to move this way. So we're going to have that r square now will now be equal to h times 2g all over w square. If this minus cross, then it becomes plus r square. So this becomes the answer. That becomes r squares. The same make arrow, so we are not done. The same make arrow, so we're going to find the square root, right? So permit me to clean this one. So now to find the square root, now we're going to add the arrow. We'll put everything here in square root. The square root of h times 2g all over w square plus r square. So this becomes the final answer. You can decide to read it. Very simple. So you can pause it and try to solve it. And you're saying your formula is very simple, just straightforward. Make arrow the formula in this arrow. Okay, we have arrow here. We have arrow here. So let's go here first. Let's expand. First of all, this will give us a is equal to pi into, if we expand this, we're going to have r square plus 2rt plus c squared. If you are not convinced, try to do r plus t into r plus t. R plus r will give us r square. This will give us plus rt. This time this will give us plus rt. This time this will give us was plus t squared. So that will become r plus r. That's 2rt. And that's all we have here. So minus r squared. So this now give us a is equal to this will give us pi into this is r square.
Hold on a bit very quickly. This class you're watching right now is just one out of a series of classes within the LearnLift app. And guess what? LearnLift is a mobile app, right, where you study intensively as well as extensively. So within the LearnLift app, you can see it very quickly. You have access to all your subject there. You have your use of English, you have your mathematics, you have your physics, you have your chemistry, you have your biology, you have your JAMB 400. All of them, they are different subjects within the LearnLift app. And of course, you have different topics under every particular subject, and everything has been narrowed down to you, down to the curriculum, with their past questions and everything to the core. And don't forget that within the LearnLift app, you have access to your video lessons, where you can start going through your classes uninterrupted. You have access to your notes. Oh yes, your notes, well organized, well structured for you, and you are running through all of them. And of course, inside the notes are past questions for you. You have access to your past questions in CBT format, where you can go through all of them extensively well. All of it within the LearnLift app for you and more. And guess what? Very important. You want to download the LearnLift app? All you need to just do is head down to Play Store or your App Store and type LearnLift. That's all. Once you type LearnLift, of course, the app is going to pop up for you, and you're going to see the logo, and then you download the app, and then you follow up on your studies intensively. Before we proceed, let's get back to class. Flow with me.
R square plus 2rt plus c square minus r squared. So this r square will cancel this r square. So what do we have now? Have a is equal to chi into 2rt plus c squared. The close. Now, this is the same thing as us saying, no matter we have to make, we can decide to still expand so that we see what we are doing. Now for me, now we can divide both sides by pi, divide here by pi. So that we're going to have this pi will cancel this pi. So we're going to have a all over pi is equal to 2rt plus c squared. Now remember that what are we making is a formula r. So move this t space. So we're going to have 2 RT is equal to A all over pi. That means we are moving this now. So what we did was that we are going to move this, so that's minus t squared. So we're making that also divide here by 2t. We divide everything here by 2t. So we are going to have 2 we cancel, 2t we cancel t. So R is going to give us A all over pi minus t squared, everything all over 2t. I can decide to stop here depending on the option. You can decide to still go further, but this is the answer. You can decide to go further, find the LCM of this and this. Well, it's just going to make it all lengthy, but depend on the option. But if it's theory, I'm going to leave it by this. Now let's see the next question. We're giving WAEC 2010 question 10. We're told that make K the solid of formula in this. Make K the solid of formula. We're talking about to make K solid of what formula and call formula. So what the first thing we do? So we can decide to move this guy this way. It's going to give us t. If minus is considered as t plus 5 mg is equal to mu all over k. That correct? Yeah, from here now, I can this over 1, I can cross multiply. So we're going to have mu is equal to t plus 5 mg into k. I hope you understand how we got this. If we cross multiply 1 times this will give us mu. 5 plus t plus 5 mg, I say it was this. So for me now, divide both side by t plus 5 mg. Divide both side right t plus 5 mg. So this will cancel this. We'll have just k. So we can say k is equal to mu all over t plus 5 mg. Oh, we're saying k. So that's everything about k. Take anything, if you make k solid of formula, k is not supposed to appear here again. No. Are you seeing that? If you are making m solid of formula, there will be no m. That means the m will be here. There will be no m around there again. Did you understand? That's very simple. There are more questions in the notes. Just be solving. Do you understand? But one thing about the formula is that as you travel more, because you'll be using them in physics, chemistry, majorly physics. Are you seeing that? So the more you solve, the more you get used to it. Now, quickly, we say you understand. I'm 23 question 18. Make v so the formula. We're making v. Now to make it simple, I will just what will cross multiply. So this over 1 multiply. That will give us h times 2gx is equal to m into v squared minus u squared. So for me now, what are we making? We're making v so the formula. So divide both side by m. Divide here by m. Divide here by m. What you do to the right hand side, do it to the left hand side. So this m cancel this m. So we're going to have h times 2gx all over n is equal to v squared minus u squared. So I'll move u squared. If I move u squared now, it's going to give me v squared is giving us h times 2gx all over m plus u squared. So the square root, we need v, so we have to find the square root. So taking the square root now become square root of this, square root of this. So square will cancel square root. So v now will now give us square root of h times 2gx all over m plus u squared. So this becomes the answer. Are you seeing that? There are more examples. The more questions we solve, we can't finish on in class. So go to the notes, CBT, just practice more. There are lots you need to learn in the notes. So go to the note. Always tell a friend about the Learn Tab. That's everything about this topic. Very short. Just 2 videos, 1 and 2. I'll see you in new topic, but for now.
This class you just finished watching, of course, is brought to you by what? By the LearnLift app. Oh yes. And within the LearnLift app, you have access to all your classes from the beginning to the end. Everything is well organized for you. Every singular subject, every singular topic followed in line directly with your syllabus and your curriculum. And of course, can I tell you something lovely about the LearnLift app? Oh, this is the sweet part of it. You have access to your JAMB classes within the LearnLift app. You have access to your WAEC, your NECO, your GC classes. You have access to your post-UTME classes. And that's not all. Of course, for your secondary school, you have access to your secondary school classes, whether SS1, SS2, SS3. You have access to your classes directly. And of course, if you're in the university, you have access to your 100 level as well as 200 level classes, all within the LearnLift app. And of course, your 200 level classes are for medical students. All of them are there, well structured and highly organized for you. But please, before you proceed, just head down to your Play Store or your App Store and just type what? LearnLift. Immediately you type LearnLift, of course, the app is going to pop up for you and you download the app and then you start learning immediately. And also very quickly, all you're going to do is that in the description of this video or in the comment section, just open it. You see the link to our WhatsApp channel. Click on it and you are in the WhatsApp channel already, where I'm going to be dropping information every blessed day on a regular basis. And also very important, if you want to reach out to LearnLift, this is LearnLift contact, any of the two, right? Just copy it down and then WhatsApp us, right? Either you send WhatsApp message or you put a call across to us and all of that, and we're going to attend to you immediately. Guess what? I'll see you in the next chapter. For the now, peace out. Bye.